The man who wanted to live on water. Since childhood, Max had dreamed of living on water. He imagined himself on a white yacht, gently rocking on the waves, enjoying the endless ocean. But reality was far less glamorous. He lived in a regular apartment on the fourth floor, and he couldn't even afford a simple vacation, let alone a yacht. One day he remembered how his neighbors had accidentally left their faucet running, turning their apartment into a small indoor pool. That's when a genius idea struck him. What if he did it on purpose? The plan to turn an apartment into a pool. Max knew that flooding his home without precautions would be a disaster, especially for the neighbors below. So he approached the project strategically. He bought a special waterproof sealant and coated all the walls. He lifted all electrical wiring to the ceiling to avoid electrocution. He installed a double-door system. One door was cut in half for easy entry, while the second was fully sealed to keep the water in. He purchased a small kayak to navigate his new home with ease. Everything was ready. Now all he had to do was turn on the faucet. Living on water or a total disaster? As the water level rose to half a meter, Max hopped into his kayak, feeling like a true sea captain. He paddled between rooms, placed furniture on raised platforms, and even mounted his fridge on the wall. The first 2 days were amazing. The water was cool, and Max felt free. But then, the problems began. Humidity and mold. Within days, the walls were covered in fungus, and the air became unbearably damp. Furniture started swelling, wooden cabinets began falling apart, and the floorboards buckled. Water started leaking downstairs. One night, Max heard shouting from below, "Hey, water is dripping from our ceiling!" Electrical failure. Despite his precautions, one of the sockets short-circuited, causing a blackout in the entire building. Max realized that his perfect life was turning into a nightmare, but the worst was yet to come. A catastrophic ending. Max was jolted awake one night by a deafening crack. A section of his living room wall had collapsed. Water gushed out, flooding 3 floors below. In a panic, Max grabbed buckets. But what could he possibly do against a full-blown indoor flood? By morning, an angry mob was pounding on his door. Furious neighbors, the building manager, and even the police. Max was immediately evicted, and the damage costs were so high that he had to take out a loan. His dream of living on water had turned into the most expensive and foolish experiment of his life. Moral of the story: some dreams should be pursued wisely. Turning your apartment into a swimming pool isn't one of them.